Welcome to Frisco, Texas. It is great to have you with us as we have a couple of teams amped up and excited to go in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl to see who will leave here as Frisco Bowl champions. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So UNLV's offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And, Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique, too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels have it with a first and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Bradley. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important to get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Navarro. Pulls it in, it's Gossett. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Off the play fake on first down. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Breaks into the open. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. UNLV is coming off its best 2-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were 1 game away from going to the college football playoff. That's
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. What a cut. Now he's loose. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Bobcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Navarro. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
You know, you don't see see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
The Bobcats are flying down the field. The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys understanding. I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Grab behind the line. It's Bruno. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the complete...
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, 3rd and short on their own side of the field. They try to run and get it, but just not physical enough up front. Now it sets up 4th down.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I think out routes are solely about timing, because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Gossett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And the Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. Shoots his way for more. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Touchdown, UNLV. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
First down, 10 yards to go. The lone back's got it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Navarro. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hendricks. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the 3rd and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. He's brought down the one a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Kick it off after that last drive, put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Finds a tight end. Hard running there. Turning it on. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Irvin. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Looking to throw again. Throws for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Creates a little room. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man down the middle. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He'll go to the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Kick is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the back. Stopped almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Dropping back, it's Navarro. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The give to the tailback. Finds a crease at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Gonna run it. It's Thomas. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneaks it into the end zone.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
on to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires deep on the run. Pulls it in on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Hendricks. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Back to throw, it's Navarro. With the catch, it's Gossett. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
2nd down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's got it. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
And the Bobcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Use the play fake, now to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Navarro. He's got his man across the middle. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Ohio! They punctuate the a chance with a trip to the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Thomas. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lets one fly deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Gums. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. That's caught. It's Harris. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hendricks. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Navarro. A shot toward the end zone. And they can hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go in this Frisco Bowl. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Frisco Bowl.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Got room to work. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. Takes the back on the option, the give. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Second down coming up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, David.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking downfield, it's Navarro. A little screen to the running back. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Off play action on 1st down. On target.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bobcats. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
1st and 10.
Give to the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Irvin. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Using his legs, it's Thomas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Trying play action. Here's a heat. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Working that left side now. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
So guys, we'll see this offense again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line, it's Thomas. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
And the Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Williams.
The second down pass complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Navarro. Oh, they're after him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Thomas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Puts it out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Here's the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They try to pop a run on the draw. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They go right back to it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bobcats have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll leave it with him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hand off from the shotgun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
At the 32-yard line. Brings up third down.
And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Gives it to the back on the draw. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Dropping back, it's Calandria. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The kick is on its way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Gossett. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. Jordan.
The pass on first down was complete on the screen. Gain of 7. Second down coming up.
And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Using the quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's third and goal and third and long. Scanning the field, it's Navarro. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Fitted in the window for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch. It's Irvin. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They kick it away on fourth down. Wants to bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Navarro. Hauls it in. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
It's a draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways. But the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays. It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A strike downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Third down coming up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Unloads it left. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Running back searching for a hole. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good. The hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Pearson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Smashes through the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back to back.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Timeout, UNLV.
And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quick step and go. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
A first down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we can get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. between the uprights. It's good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Calandria. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, going to the air. He wants a big play here late. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.